Warning! This video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions or foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off.
Greetings, Internet people. Ranting Ramsey here. How are you all doing today? I'm not doing so badly. This video is going to be relatively quick and to the point because I only have a couple of things I want to say. Number one, as you all know, as I'm sure none of you could possibly have not been aware of, today is voting day. Go out and vote for your choice in the presidential election. Remembering one thing that I've told you before, you have more than just two candidates to choose from. On the ballot, you will see that you have more than just Barack Obama and Mitt Romney to choose from, despite what American media may have you think about that situation, and despite what other more despondent, less courageous voters would have you think that if you vote for a third-party candidate, you're just throwing your vote away. That is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The reason that people consider voting for a third party throwing your vote away is because they've been led to believe that throwing your vote away is equatable to voting for a third party. The only reason that that may be even remotely true is because people believe it. If that makes any fucking sense to you at all. What it basically means that if they hadn't been led to believe that voting for a third-party candidate is throwing their vote away, more people would vote for a third-party candidate, therefore influencing the election to a greater degree than it does sometimes in the past. You see where I'm going? That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The only reason their vote is being thrown away if they're voting for a third-party candidate is because they believe it is being thrown away, and everyone just falls in line. All the sheep will vote for fucking one puppet or the other. Mittens or Barry. Blech. It's fucking ridiculous. You have more than one choice. But that's not really the actual point of what I'm trying to get across to you today. That's just a reminder. The actual point is something that people hadn't predicted might happen because it came to light that the company that makes the voting machines is owned by, I can't remember what it was, like either owned by Romney or Bain Capital or one of the fucking shell companies or whatever that his family controls. And so a lot of people predicted that there were going to be problems with the election because, well, if one of the candidates has a heavy investment in the actual voting machines, well, that seems a bit fucking suspect, doesn't it? Unfortunately, things are happening that might actually have proven this to be true. Now, as some of you may know, I live in the, apparently, according to the national news media, the massively important swing state of Ohio. One of the reasons that they think Ohio is such a huge, important swing state is that I believe in like the last 20 elections, whichever way Ohio went, Republican or Democrat, is the way the actual full-on whole election went. And that's statistical fact, that in the last like 20 elections, whichever candidate that Ohio wound up voting for is the one that got elected. I believe it has something to do with the relatively large amount of electoral votes, and don't get me started on the fucking electoral college, that Ohio has, in the fact that it's usually the most important balancing state. Whichever way that state goes is the way the election goes. And so I live in Ohio. So I've been inundated with fucking political ads lately, which we already know how I feel about that. It's fucking bullshit. I fucking hate them. But so I went in to vote today. And I'm not going to tell you who I was voting for because I've made a point not to give any actual political affiliation. I find most politicians to be deplorable fucking scumbags. But what happened to me is exactly what happened to the person in the Yahoo News article that I have linked, that actually they've posted a really shitty video of it online, in that initially when I went to go vote, I selected the candidate that I wanted and it highlighted Mitt Romney. I shit you not, this is true. So I deselected Romney and then more carefully poked the candidate that I wanted, selected Mitt Romney. I had to fuck around with this goddamn thing for about 10 minutes just to cast my first vote. And when I say first vote, I mean, for the president, and then you have the Supreme Court justices, your congressmen, your senators, and your fucking local ballot measures, and all that good shit. That's what I mean by first time, my first vote. Anyway, so it took me like 15 minutes to actually select the candidate that I wanted. And I got home and I thought, my initial instinct was this is a touchscreen thing, and we all know how fucking touchy some of these goddamn touchscreen devices can be, and that they sometimes often need to be recalibrated. So I thought it might be a calibration issue, but the voting selection process worked perfectly fine for every other fucking candidate in every other office that I was trying to vote. The only one that it had this problem with was the Mitt Romney screen. And I thought this couldn't possibly be just fucking me. So, as I'm wont to do, I started looking on Yahoo fucking News. And one of the first stories that comes up is, watch, as voters head to the polls, reports of problems starting to pull in. And there's a video in the same webpage, it's linked in the description, that there's another voter in Pennsylvania, I believe it was, having the exact same fucking problem. Apparently it's not just me and this guy. This is going on. And people are already coming out and saying it's a calibration issue, blah, 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 blah. If it was a calibration issue, it would have that problem on every single fucking page. But it doesn't have that problem on fucking every page. It only has that problem on Mitt Romney's fucking page. So the whole fucking thing seems really fucking suspect to me. I'm not gonna jump up and cry conspiracy at this point, but analyzing the facts available to me, it seems suspect. It seems questionable. And how the fuck can we call ourselves patriotic Americans if we don't fucking question the things that go on in such an important process? And I know the word fucking patriotic has this stigma placed on it, but I think you understand what I'm fucking saying. So, get the fuck out there and vote. At least because really, if you don't attempt to make your voice heard, if you don't attempt to exercise the small amount of power you have over the political system, you have no fucking right to bitch when shit doesn't go your way. Other people will jump up and go, well, I didn't believe in any of the fucking candidates. No, you didn't believe in the two that were being presented to you, and you were too fucking lazy to look into the other ones. Exercise your right to vote. It's the only true power and influence you have over the American political system, even if minute or insignificant, aside from an armed fucking revolt. And as we know, fucking Americans are too goddamn fat and lazy to even get off their ass and grab their gun and fucking run on Washington if that were necessary. Which it seems like it's becoming necessary. That's a whole nother fucking rant for a whole nother fucking day. Get your ass out there and vote, and make sure that the vote you fucking touch on the screen is the one that actually casts. Whatever that vote may be. I'm Ranting Ramsey. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?